Hey everybody, here's Justin. I'm doing a little garden update. This is going to be about my garden improvements and the compost and the compost sifter. So as you can see, this all looks pretty janky right here. There's cardboard laid out everywhere around half my garden. And you're probably thinking, what the heck is that? That looks really white trash. What's going on here is it's called sheet mulching, and you lay down a thick layer of cardboard over an area that you want to kill off the grass and that you're going to mulch down. So what I've done is I've gone around the perimeter here of all my garden space and mowed it really short. That was about a week ago, and the grass has started to grow up again because it's at that time of year. But so I went around and mowed it down a lot further than the rest of the lawn, and then I went around and around the edges with a small rototiller, you know, a garden cultivator, like one of those mantis type things, but it wouldn't dig up the soil very well, but I at least created a good edge around the area I wanted. I had it all measured out beforehand and everything like that too, but that will hopefully kind of break off, give me a good edge, good area to fill in, and break off the grass roots a little bit. So I got that going. What I'm going to do is line the whole area with wood timbers or board kind of high, you know, and then fill in all over the cardboard with just wood mulch from, you know, the city, or you know, you can buy it in bags and stuff at Lowe's, but it's real expensive that way. It's best to buy it in bulk by like the truck bed load, by a cubic yard, for a lot cheaper. So that's what I'm hoping to do. Gotta borrow my friend Glenn's truck again. Thanks, Glenn. And anyway, so I'm still in the process of gathering enough cardboard to mulch the rest of the area, and I'm going to start filling in with mulch, which I have some of my own over here where we had this tree taken out. Right there. It's just a lot of wood chips when they ground the stump, and some dirt from the area mixed in. So I'll start throwing that on top here. I've also borrowed Glenn's wheelbarrow. He's very useful. But and so what I got going on here is I made a compost sifter from a little design from a guy who's got a channel on YouTube called Growing Your Greens. It's a really good channel if you want to learn about gardening and soil health and building your soil and all that, and growing really big garden. As you can see, I've got quite a bit going on. It's May 23rd, 2014, and right here in the middle is a whole bunch of turnip greens that I'm going to harvest. They're going to seed actually because it's getting so hot. And then there's a bunch of kale and other greens, and then there's beets and stuff, and my tomatoes. I'll do a different video just showing the growth of everything, but that's not what this video is about. But over here I have my composter, and I've dumped out a finished load of compost, and you know, it's mostly finished. There's a lot of good broken down material in here. Here's something that was actually growing in it, a seed that probably got dumped in there at some point that didn't break down. But there's a lot of good broken down material, and then there's some not. There's like, this is just some potted plants that I just pulled out of the pot and dumped them in, and of course they're going to take longer to break down, and these sticks, they still snap, you know, so you know they're not soft if they still got a snappy sound. And this here, there's quite a few of these in here, but this is a corn cob, and it's quite broken down. You can see I can bust it up with my hand, but it's not fully broken down to the point where it's going to be good soil. So what I'm going to do is use this sifter here and just sift out all the large chunks. It's got a 1/4 inch steel mesh hardware cloth on the bottom there, and yep, I'll just get out the good stuff, take all the big chunks that aren't fully broken down, and toss them back into the other side where I still am adding stuff. And then now, since that's pretty much full, I'll close it off, let it compost for a long period of time, or you know, maybe like a month or so, hopefully, while it's warm out like this, and then I'll start filling up the other side while this one's finishing. They call that finishing the compost, where you stop adding things to it and let it do its thing. So my low battery light's flashing at me. This is just a quick thing on compost and compost sifters, and this is all going to be landscaped and looking good. I can't wait to finish it up. It's going to be, you know, a few weeks in the process. And right here along this big open section, big long skinny open section here, that's where the big long asparagus bed's going to go. That's the next goal after this for the garden. Alright, so thanks for watching, guys. It's good to let you know what's going on in my garden. Take it easy.